Hey, smart agents. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at why I use pixel agents in my VS Code. So you can see over here that I am looking at my screen, and on it, I've got this little tiny office with these little pixel guys that are running about. So one, it's fun, it's cute. So it makes my work a little more interesting, but there's another reason, and it's a pretty lazy reason. If I go down to agent, I can start up a new agent just by clicking that button. And now I've got another version of Claude going, like another version of thread running available for me to be able to work. There's a few reasons why this is advantageous for you to be able to do. One, you use less tokens, which means you'll get more usage for your dollar if you start fresh sessions every single time you are done with a task. So instead of running your entire day with this one long conversation with your agent, and some of you might notice that the longer that conversation goes on, the less accurate your agent is, the more it gets confused. And that's because there's a context window that they have that allows them to be able to understand what's going on. With Opus 4.7 and actually now 4.8, which is the latest release, and Sonnet 4.6, those context windows can be up to 1 million tokens. But research has shown that they lose about 60% of their understanding of that context at around 200,000 tokens. So think about that. That's like being able to have a conversation with somebody and they're able to listen to you for an hour. But really in 20 minutes, they're not comprehending anything you're saying. They're still listening to you and they're still like, yeah, that's great, fantastic. But they're actually not understanding anything you're saying anymore. That's what's going on here. So what you really want to do is when you get to that 200,000 tokens, ideally you're done your conversation at that point in time. And most of the time we are. Like if I say I want to do my newsletter today, I start up my skill for my newsletter. We walk through it. It takes care of all the details that need to get done. But when I'm done the newsletter, I'm done that conversation. I don't have to start another conversation about something new in that same session. I can shut it down and just start a new session going, okay, now we're going to do listing photos. Let's do some listing photos. Oh, now we're going to do market reports. Let's do market reports. Each time I stop the session, I start a new session, which would be a pain in the butt because normally what I would have to do is go up to this button here, type in Claude. If I didn't have my settings set for security like I do, but if I didn't, I'd have to go dangerously bypass permissions, not even something I'm not sure, dangerously bypass permissions like this so that I could skip all of those authentication and all of those permission requests that it makes all the time. So this allows me to skip it. It's called YOLO mode. And then I would hit enter and then a new session would start up. Now, if I just want to start up Claude normally, without the bypass permissions, you just type in Claude and he would start. Right now, you can see I have bypass permissions on anyway because I've changed that in my settings to always allow it to save me time. But instead of even having to go to that effort of typing Claude, I literally can just go here, click, right, and a new session started. And when I'm done with the session, click, right, and I'm done, click, right, and then if I want to start a new session, click, new session started. So this is why I like pixel agents, because it just makes that part of my life just this tiny bit easier. How do you get pixel agents? This is the next question. So if you go over here, these are your plugins or extensions. Just type in, so click on that button, type in pixel agents, and you're going to see a few are going to come up. The one that I'm using is Pablo de Luca's pixel agent. There are other ones that are here that can do different things. I have yet to look at them, so I'm not recommending them. So stick with this one for the time being. If you want to look into them, you can. The issue is that you don't exactly know what a extension is going to do until you have a chance to research it. So if I click on this other one, again, it's a pixel office, very similar to the one that we have. This is a fork developed by Emer Jürgen. So it's a fork of the original, right? So it's a fork of this one by this individual. So it's similar. does similar things. Maybe it's better. It looks like it has more rooms for them to do things. Like it's got a kitchen and stuff like that. I don't know if you need all that. But my point is it's super easy. Just go in here. There'll be a little install. See the install button here? Click the install. It loads it up and then away you go. And then I have it running in the bottom. So to access that, you see these windows over here, right? If I turn this on, I get this bottom. I would right click and then I can start it up. You can see Pixel Agents is picked. So if I turn it off, Pixel Agents is gone. If I right click in this bar, I see Pixel Agent. I click Pixel, it comes back, right? Instructions are in here though for when you're trying to do it. So if you're interested in it and you want to run it, just go ahead and install it. Is it important? Do you have to have it? No. Does it save a little bit of time in your day and make it a little more joyful? I think so. So to me, that's worth it. If you have any questions, just let me know. Bye.